Hi everyone! Today I'm going to take you through a 20-minute abs and bum class. You're not going to need any equipment for this workout, so just yourself and your mat. However, if you did want to level this up, you can add in ankle weights as an option. So whenever you're ready, meet me in the middle of your mat and we will get started. Okay, so coming down into a seated position, legs are crossed, lengthening out through the crown of the head, hands are just rested down on your knees. I'm just going to pop my hair back before we start. I just want you to slowly close down the eyes for me. So we're going to start today by connecting into our breath, connecting to our mind and our body, being really mindful about the movement that we're doing today, really focusing in on the form and focusing in on that mind to body connection. So as you inhale, taking a big deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth, draw your belly button back towards your spine, connecting into your center. Inhale, feeling the ribcage expand. And then exhale, feel the ribs draw down towards the hips, belly button back towards the spine. Again, inhale. And exhale. And then slowly opening the eyes. We'll do a few more deep breaths together. This time you're going to lift the hands up as you inhale. And then exhale. Bring the hands back down. Last one. Biggest breath you've taken all day. Inhale, bringing in all that positive energy. And exhale, release. Okay, good work. From here, we're going to flip on over onto all fours. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. We'll start with a few cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, open up through the chest. And then exhale, round through the spine, tucking your chin to your chest. Again, inhale, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, round through the spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale, tucking the chin to the chest, rounding through the spine. And then coming back to neutral. From here, we're going to come down onto our forearms. So your hands are parallel to each other. Try not to bring them in because you'll bring your shoulders further in together. And then from here, you're going to extend that left leg long. Keeping that toe down on the mat, just lengthen that leg slightly further away from you. Make sure that your ribs are lifted. You're bringing your belly button back towards your spine. That right foot should be flat on the mat, so try not to bend that foot up. Keep it flat on the mat. From here, you're going to exhale, lift that leg up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Really small movement here. Making sure we're focusing in on that mind to body connection. Nice and slow and controlled movement. Focusing on the muscle that you're working. So working into the glutes here. Making sure that that movement is coming from your center. So imagine the movement's coming from your upper abs. Everything is in one long line. Keeping the hips down towards the mat. And try to look towards the edge of your mat or towards your hands. Try not to tuck your neck under. Make sure that your spine is in one long line. Squeezing that glute at the top. Try and find more length and space through that leg. On this last one, hold it up. From here, you're going to go into tiny circles. So you're going to circle that leg round. So making a big circle with your foot. 5 more. For 4, really squeeze that glute at the top. 2, last one, hold, and reverse. Keeping those ribs lifted. 5 more. For 4, keeping the hips nice and still. 3, 2, last one, hold. From here, we're going to go into rainbow. So you're going to tap the foot out to the side. Lift, tap it over to the other side. Keeping the hips nice and still. So lift and lower. It's like you're making a rainbow with your foot. So tapping over to one side, lift and carry it over to the other side. Just 4 more here. Squeezing the glute at the top. For 3. Yes, guys, keep going. For 2. last one, and then hold that leg lifted. You're going to flex through the foot, bend the knee. We're going to go into donkey kick, so you tap the knee down, lift and squeeze that glute at the top. Lower down and lift, sending your heel to the ceiling, squeezing the glute at the top. Lower and lift for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg lifted. You're going to pop yourself up onto your left hand, bring that knee out to the side. We're going to go into fire hydrants. You're going to lower that knee down, lift and squeeze, lower and lift, keeping that foot flexed. Try to keep the hips nice and still, not rocking from side to side. Still focusing on that core connection, so belly button back towards your spine. Ribs are lifted. Really pushing out through the palms of your hands to lift out of your shoulders. 4 more. For 3, 2. On this last one, hold it lifted. You're going to point through that toe, you're going to extend the leg. From here, you're going to tap that foot down. Lift, bring the knee to the elbow, extend. Lower down, lift, bring it in, extend. So try and find that extra length and space through that leg. Imagine I'm there with you and I'm pulling that leg slightly further away. Keep it going. Really focusing on your form. 2 more. Last one. And hold that leg lifted. Hold, just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg down, push back into a child's pose. Just taking a second to reset. And then we go again on the other side. So I'm just going to flip myself around so you can see. Coming down onto your forearms, extending that right leg long. So again, finding that length and space, really extending through that leg. You're going to exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try and keep those hips parallel to the mat, so your hips should always be facing down to the mat. Keep those ribs lifted. Try not to dip into that low back. Using your breath to help you, squeezing that glute at the top. 5 more. For 4, 3, 2. On this last one, hold it lifted. We go into those circles, up and around. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and reverse. Making sure to keep those hips nice and still. Challenging the core. 5 more. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. We go into those rainbows. So you tap that foot out to the side, lift, tap over to the other side, keeping the hips nice and still. So keeping the pelvis stable. Again, try not to dip into that lower back. Belly button back towards the spine. Squeezing the glute at the top. 4 more. For 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg up in the middle. From here, flexing that foot, bending the knee in, go into those donkey kicks. So you bend the knee down, lift and squeeze. Lower down, sending that heel to the ceiling, squeezing the glute at the top. 5 more. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that knee lifted. You're going to prop yourself up onto that right hand. You're going to bring that knee out to the side. We go into those fire hydrants. So you lower down, lift, lower down, lift and squeeze. Again, keeping those hips nice and still. Try not to rock from side to side. Squeezing that glute at the top. Making sure that your knee is always slightly higher than your foot, if not in line. You don't want your foot lifted. Should be in line with your knee. 4 more. For 3, 2, last one. Hold it lifted. Point through that toe, extend the leg. You're going to tap that foot down, lift, bring the knee to the elbow, extend, keeping those hips open. Using your breath to help you, you got it, keep it going. 5 more. For 4, yes guys, last 3, for 2, last 1, and hold that leg lifted, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Sit back into a child's pose, well done. Taking a few deep breaths here, so inhale through the nose, and then exhale out through the mouth. Okay, no time to waste, straight on to abs. So coming onto your forearms, sending your feet back, coming into a plank position. From here, you're going to tap the right knee down, lift, tap the left knee down, lift. So just going into those knee taps here, challenging the core. The plank is always one of the hardest things to do, but one of the most effective things to do to build that strength up in our core. Just 4 more. 3, 2, last 1, hold. From here, you're going to tap the right hip down, lift, tap the left hip down. So you're going from side to side, tapping one hip down, lift, tap the other hip down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and lower yourself all the way down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and push up into a cobra, and then send the hips back, open the knees nice and wide, sit back into a child's pose, well done. From here, shifting your weight forward and flipping onto your back. So coming all the way down, just hug your knees in, rocking from side to side, and then placing the feet down. Hands come behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl yourself up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try and focus on lifting your chest to the ceiling instead of pulling on your neck. And imagine that I'm there with you and I'm pressing my fingers into your lower rib cage, and that's where you want to be curling up to. Still focusing on drawing that belly button back towards your spine. Elbows stay nice and wide. So really opening up through the chest. 5 more. For 4, 3, 2, last 1, and release. From here, you're going to tap your left ankle with your left hand, come back to center, right ankle with your right hand, and center. So just twisting into those obliques, keeping the elbows nice and wide, squeezing those obliques as you twist. 4 more. For 3, 2, last 1, and release it down. Good work. Hug those knees in. And then we're going to curl ourselves up into a ball. You're going to extend your left leg long. Your left hand is coming to your right knee, right hand to your right ankle. You're going to pull on that knee twice, and then you switch. Your left hand comes to your left ankle, right hand comes to your left knee. Pull, pull. So you switch, pull, pull, switch. So your outside hand should always come to your ankle. Keeping the chest lifted. 5 more. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. We go again, but this time your hands come down by your side. So you pull, 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 pull. So you're pulling that knee into the chest. You switch and switch. For 5, keeping that lower back into the mat. Last 3, 2, 1, and hug those knees in. Rest the head, just rock the head from side to side, releasing any tension in the neck. Good work. Okay, last thing on the abs here. I want you to curl yourself into a ball again, squeezing your heels together. You're going to extend the legs out, hands come overhead, circle the hands back in. So you extend everything away and draw it back in. Keeping that lower back into the mat. Inhale as you come out, exhale to pull back in. 5 more. Really squeeze those heels together for 4, 3, 2, last one, and release, reset. Just rock from side to side. Okay, last thing here, we have a quick shoulder bridge series and then we'll stretch. So your hands are going to come above your shoulders up towards the ceiling, but make sure that your shoulder blades are pressing down into the mat. You're going to roll your hips up, so scoop the pelvis up, rolling the hips up into your shoulder bridge and hold it here. You're going to lower those hips down, lift and squeeze, lower and lift. Making sure that you're not flaring through your rib cage, holding those arms up, shoulders are away from your ears, and all the weight should be going through your heels. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Just 5 more for 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up. Squeeze those glutes even harder. From here, you're going to flare the knees out to the side, then bring them into touch. Flare them out, bring them in. So just the knees going out and in. Keeping the hips lifted. If you need to, you can place your hands down by your side for extra stability, or challenge, keep them lifted. Yes, guys, keep it going. 4 more. For 3, 2, on this last one, hold the knees together. You're going to give me tiny little lifts with the hips up and up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. This time we're going to flare the knees out to the side. We go again. So you can be on the outside of your feet if that feels more comfortable. You lift and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Bring the knees in so they're back to parallel. Lift and squeeze the glutes even higher. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll yourself all the way down. Hug those knees in. Well done, everyone. Just rocking from side to side. And then bring both knees over to the left, look to your right. Taking a few deep breaths. Just coming back to your breath. Slowing the heart rate down, slowing the nervous system down. And then bring both knees over to the right, looking to your left. And back to center. From here, I want you to bring your right heel over your left thigh and then hug that knee in, coming into your figure 4 stretch. So stretching out the glutes here. So you should feel a nice stretch and release through that right glute. And switching sides. So your left heel comes over your right leg, hugging that right leg in. And release, hug both knees in. Just rock and roll the spine up to seated. Coming up into a seated position, I'm just going to pull this bobble out of my hair since it's half falling out. And then both sit bones are down onto the mat, so really grounding yourself into the mat. Just lifting your right hand up, overhead, coming over to the side. Feeling a nice stretch through the side of the body. So through that right side you should feel a nice stretch. And then from here I want you to circle the hands round and then come over to the left side. Again, making sure both sit bones are down onto the mat. And then coming back to centre, we go back the other way. So left hand comes up overhead. Circle yourself all the way round. And then coming back to centre. We will finish with one last deep breath, as always. So making sure you're really grounding yourself down into the mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. Dropping your hands down by your side, taking inhale, lifting the hands up overhead, bringing the hands together. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And you are all done. Great work today, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this 20-minute short but effective bum and abs class. If you did, don't forget to subscribe so that we can work out together again. And hopefully I will see you on the mat again very soon.